Johnny was a plumber, he drove a big white van. So ladies, when you sprang a leak, Drakey was your man. He never really quite retired, no matter how he tried. His friends and family needed him, for he was much desired. He cured your leaks and problems, your pipes he did unblock. He built you a new bathroom, or sorted your bullcock. For Johnny was a plumber, he drove a big white van. So ladies, when you sprang a leak, Drakey was your man. John could really plumb the depths of decency, it's true. His jokes were truly awful, and some were rather blue. But you could not avoid him, or get away scot-free. He'd text them to you anyway, wherever you may be. Johnny was a plumber, he drove a big white van. So ladies, when you sprang a leak, Drakey was your man. When on the parish council he listened to the moans of all the Longfield residents with plenty of his own. The people breaching planning regs, the roads that are so bad, the overhanging branches all made him hopping mad. Johnny was a plumber, he drove a big white van. So ladies, when you sprang a leak, Drakey was your man. And when it came to Brenda, you'd hear him moan and scoff. He called her his old dragon when her hearing aid was off. But Brenda knew he loved her, so it would make no sense, and such a waste of effort for her to take offence. Johnny was a plumber, he drove a big white van. So ladies, when you sprang a leak, Drakey was your man. He was a proper Morris tart, of that there's no dispute. When dancing out with Woodard, he wore a tartan suit. The boys all liked their whiskey, so this is what they did. When opening up a bottle, they'd stamp upon the lid. Johnny was a plumber, he drove a big white van. So ladies, when you sprang a leak, Drakey was your man. Important man in Hartley, of Kitty was the boss, and hankies in their belt loops, it made him very cross. So now they're neatly folded in pockets out of sight, and he then turned his attention to whites that weren't quite white. Johnny was a plumber, he drove a big white van. So ladies, when you sprang a leak, Drakey was your man. He was a Woodchurch Morris man with smock and flowery hat. You'd find him in the Six Bells or the Bonny Cravat. In Broadstairs he and Robin were the saviours of the showers, and they'd support the Nelson's bar for hours and hours and hours. Johnny was a plumber, he drove a big white van. So ladies, when you sprang a leak, Drakey was your man. The story of his grandad, that very famous man, who met his end in Rochester under an AA van. Though most of you have heard it so often told by John, we'll miss our lovely Drakey going on and on and on. Johnny was a plumber, he drove a big white van. So ladies, when you sprang a leak, Drakey was your man.